Yo, what is going on, guys? This is Hess from CollectiveKicks.com. If you guys want to shop this week's top sneaker deals that I posted, check the link in the description, and happy shopping. Today's video, it's a happy unboxing for me, man. I got a couple pairs of sneakers here that I'm really excited to see. Three of them, most importantly, but one of them was shocking, and then another one that is just for having a good time. Let's go ahead and get into, actually, we'll get into the good time, so you guys will be like, what the hell is he talking about? Not a sneaker, but something that can explain itself. Oh, you kidding me? These people with the packing peanuts trying to make my life difficult. Alright, so I took this out of the bag and they are no joke about their wrap job here. And we have something that, ta-da, the unveil. All right, so we have the Game of Thrones limited edition, and this is the House Baratheon, one of the ones that I was missing, the Highland Single Malt 12-year, which is a nice one. And actually, before I get into it, I wanted to show you guys this. Check this out. On the back, it actually says all of the houses, and then it says all of the whiskey, Scotch companies that made the accommodating houses. And then here it actually has a little blurb about House Baratheon, as well as the Royal Lochnagar, is maybe how you say it. And yeah, so it gives a little bit of a blurb about both of them. But this one's aged 12 years. But this is the one that I bought online because I didn't want to wait for this, because this one is, since it's 12-year, it was not showing up as in very many stores in Oregon at least. But then after I ordered it, they showed up. So this is like the sneaker equivalent of missing out on a limited product and then deciding you're going to pay resale, which I paid double what retail was for this, and then realizing that it restocked the next week. So I did the only logical thing that I could possibly do, and I doubled up on this one. So I actually have 2 bottles of this now, and you know, I might as well. You know, I have almost the entire Game of Thrones collection. I should have the last one in a day or so because Oregon got a really late shipment of them. But this is just something that's fun. I'm definitely a fan of whiskey more of than Scotch, but still, I've been a fan of Scotch in the past. And so I'm getting reacquainted with my Scotch tendencies with Game of Thrones. A lot of people have been asking me where I bought those, and really, you just buy them from the liquor store. That is one of the things. Also, the other thing that I wanted to show you guys, I already showed you that I picked up one of these bad boys. One of my favorite sneakers to release this year, even though it's December, end of the year, but this is just one of those shoes that I've been waiting for a really long time, and they finally retroed them back again in the OG fashion. And this is the Air Max Plus OG. This is the Pimento colorway, they're calling it, but I remember it as like the Sunset colorway and or Tiger colorway. Both of those ones were relevant to this back in the day. But I didn't just get one pair, I ended up getting the second pair here. And this was actually kind of just dumb because I bought this from StockX and I forgot that I put a bid in for a lowball bid basically at the time before that they dropped them, and then I forgot to remove my bid, and so then I ended up winning them. It looks like there's a little bit of glue stain here, but this is one I'm happy to have the second pair of because then I can rock one and keep one dead stock. And I have an Air Max wall that I'm trying to complete with like the Air Max 1 that started it all, and then the Air Max 90 and like the infrared colorway and so on all the way up. And this is one of these ones that I wanted to include, or could be potentially. But so this is the second shoe that I ended up getting. So I just wanted to show you guys that I did get the double up of this, and under retail on both pairs. So I'm like, can't be mad at that. Retail is $160, but under retail is always a plus. So moving on, I got this pair from Nike. And some of you guys may recognize this box. I did not. This was a weird looking box, and I don't know if this is the way all of his boxes are or just this one. But you can see here it says Paul George 2, and it's the PG 2.5 PlayStation. Box price is only $110. Like, I am honestly shocked that the price was only $110 for these because first of all, it's a decent looking colorway. I've been an avid PlayStation fan for a long time, so like it's kind of interesting, I guess, if you look at it, and especially if you just look at one and you don't see that there's an opposing color on the other one with the red and the yellow. So obviously you can see the PlayStation logo, and that's the theme that they were going. Oh, and actually look, so that's actually cool. So it actually has all 4 of the colors. So if you look at just one shoe on one side, you're like, that doesn't look like PlayStation at all. But then you see the other color, and the other color, and then the logo in the front that ties it all together. This is actually awesome too. Something that I just noticed is the eyelets here and here are blue and red, and this one has the yellow and the blue. So they're actually all different. So in one shoe, you actually do have all 4 colors. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the other one has the other colors. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's cool. I like the fact that they did that. They could have done something better on the outsole, in my opinion. Add a little bit of color. But so some people might not really get the PlayStation vibes. You should understand most of this on the upper is a PlayStation-esque because of the control pad and all of the buttons on them. On the back, it does say Paul George. But the coolest feature that I'm sure some of you guys may or may not know is the fact that it lights up. So check this out. Like, you literally press the button there and it lights up. So there's a button on the back side of the tongue right here. And how friggin' awesome is that? For $110, light up shoes. Like, give me Air Mags for $10,000 or give me these for $110, right? So this is the other weird one that's interesting because the play button on the back lights up like that. But I would have hoped that this would have light. I mean, it makes more sense because the play button is more consistent. But I've been a fan of PlayStation back in the day, but I will say that since Xbox came out originally, I switched over and stopped playing PlayStation. So I never had a PlayStation 3 or 4, but I had the original ones, and I did have a PlayStation 1 that was modified, like a little itty bitty one that was like this big, modified. I remember I had Thrill Kill on that one and a bunch of just other random games that we used to rip all the time back in the day. It was kind of shady, but honestly, it was fun because for me, I was able to get a lot of games and play a lot of fun games. And for those that actually don't know my history on YouTube, I actually started YouTube out before my sneaker channel. I started a video game channel. That channel actually has more videos that hit 1 million views than this sneaker channel still, years and years later. But regardless of all that, like, this is a dope shoe for the price point. The theme is pretty good, but not as good as it could have been. Although I am just a fan of the fact that they made these and the fact that they light up like fresh, super, super fresh. The one thing I don't understand though is how do you charge this if it dies? Is it solar powered or something? Because I don't see a battery pack. It didn't come with anything to plug in. Like, I don't know how that's going to charge. So if it dies, it dies. I don't know like how that's going to work. Somebody, if you know in the comment section, because maybe I missed the notes on that, leave a comment please and let me know, because I don't know how I'm supposed to keep that from dying, and I don't want it to die. I want the glow to live on. But too rad though, and happy I was able to get them. First time I hit on sneakers in forever, and I have to tell you that the prices on these were down towards retail when these were dropping, and now they're starting to go back up. I don't know. I personally didn't know they lit up until I saw people posting pictures of them lit up, and I was like, whoa, like, is that gonna be my pair, or is that like a limited pair that they had? And then now that I see that it's my pair, it's like, I'm definitely, like, part of me was like, maybe I keep them, maybe I don't. I'm definitely keeping them now. There's no question. I love the fact that they light up. Anyway, I'll keep it moving. We have 2 more boxes to show you guys. One of them I haven't opened yet. One of them I have. And let's take a look at this one. First of all, I did open this one. StockX pickup for $162 is what this ended up costing shipped. So that isn't a terrible price if you ask me for a pair of these. Now, I know retail was lower, but I totally struck out on these when they dropped, and I definitely wanted a pair of the Dunks, and I got them, man. I'm so excited. This is like not the best material. I mean, it's definitely cheap materials on this, but the theme of the shoe is too fresh. Like, I love what they did, and the removable swoosh, I think, is an added plus with the Tiffany on the bottom. Like, Diamond Supply Company was dope. And if you guys missed my Complex Con videos, I actually got an interview Nikki Diamond's there, which was really awesome. You can see on the back of this one, it actually says Diamond under here. And yeah, it was cool, man. It was really rad to be able to interview Nikki Diamonds and just let him know, like, we appreciate what he did with this release, and he really rocked Complex Con. This one has the Tiffany colored laces and actually have metal tips which is a plus. And then you have the diamond logo with Nike SB for Nike skateboarding, for those that didn't know. And you know, I'm not a skateboarder by any means, but I definitely am somebody that can appreciate the art. And I was killer at Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 back in the day, and even 3 I rocked at. 4 was okay, but Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 changed it for me though. I played that literally like an entire summer. It was so rad. And the last box to show you guys, I gotta pull out this guy again. And some people have asked to buy this blade because it is a Bradley Chimera. And the other thing that I'll mention about this is you can't hurt yourself if you open it this way. Like, there's no way to hurt yourself because it's not a double-edged blade, so you can't really hurt yourself if you open it the way that I open it, because this is the traditional standard way of opening a butterfly. There's ways that you can suicide drop it and wrap it around your thumb and open it that way, and I've done that before too, but a little bit more tricky, and you can cut yourself with the blade. So I keep it safe and open it that way for those that wondered. And I also use this only because I used to love butterfly knives back when I was in high school and stuff. My brother showed me how to use one actually. And then I ended up buying one for unboxings, really, because I was like, I need something to unbox with. But I haven't sharpened this thing in so long that I need to actually get it sharpened. But anyway, that's the Bill of Song. And look at what we have here. I can't wait for this one. So we already saw, I know some of you guys are like, dude, I didn't want to see that shoe once, let alone a second time, let alone a third time. But Hess, why do you keep showing us this? And the answer is because they're awesome. Like, I love this shoe so much. And whoa, this is crazy. Is the thing different? They actually did the, whoa, look at that. Dopeness. Check that out. You put them together and it like creates the shoe. So that's awesome, something I didn't know. First of all, Nike destroyed it this time. They did such a good job with this retro of the orange pair, especially with these, the arch supports that I already showed you, which is true to the OG stuff. They used to drop these in the packages for the arch support. I have really flat foot, so I don't need those, but it's still cool that they offer them nonetheless. Then they did this killer box with the OG, which is actually different than the orange pair, but they're both OGs. And we have this really cool paper as well. And this paper is actually like some drawings and sketches of the Air Max TNs or the Air Max Pluses. And then you have the actual product here. And got another one from here. Let's take a look at the blue ones though. Ooh, I love it. So if you guys saw my unboxing video of these, I already mentioned in this video that back in the day, I could only buy one pair of these shoes, and I already committed and bought this pair. And actually, I ended up buying these when I was up in Whistler, BC. I ended up going up there for just vacation, and I was actually before I was 21, and the legal drinking age up there is less than that, so I was able to actually go up there and have some fun for the weekend. It was so weird. We rented a hotel room that had a cat wandering around in it, and then they had their fridge. Their fridge was basically a plastic bag that hang out the window to keep the beer cold. It was hilarious. But anyway, I went up there and I bought this here, and I was so stoked, but I didn't realize the price because it was Canadian, and I think back then the Canadian dollar was worth less, so the exchange rate was actually pretty decent, so I got them for a decent price. But I thought this colorway was just amazing. I thought it was such a dope shoe. The Air it was more gimmicky than anything, to be fair. I mean, it looks really cool, but it was supposed to be tuned Air and have different pressure and different sides of the shoe and everything. But the other thing is the tongue kind of swerved over to the side a lot, and it stayed sideways on me because I wore them really loose. Those were the things I didn't like about the shoe, but everything else about the shoe I absolutely loved. The gradient that went from darker blue to a light, the gray reflective little stripe things or whatever on the tongue, just the overall design and stuff. The design element toe down looked so sick. The waves right here in the upper and stuff looked crazy, and even the little hits of yellow really worked on this shoe. And I loved what they offered in this one. So I was glad that I got this one, but I was always super angry because I never bought this one since I couldn't afford both of them. But now I'm just really thankful that I'm in a position now that I'm able to complete stuff like this and not just have one, but be able to buy both of them and be happy with the fact that I'm able to mix it up. And obviously I have a lot of sneakers in general, as you can see the back wall. But you know, it's just fun. Sneakers are a fun extra hobby, something that I find a lot of enjoyment out of. And it's not something that controls my life, but it's something that I definitely enjoy. So I'm happy to share it with everybody else out there that likes sneakers the way I do and kind of gets it. And that's why I rock with you guys out there, because you guys really understand the passion and where it all comes from. But this shoe looks dope though. It looks really, really close to the original. In my opinion, I don't have the originals anymore to compare it to, but it's just such a fresh design. It doesn't get enough love, and the fact that the OG colors are here are the ones that just stay for me. Foot Locker has like 40 different colorways out there of this shoe. Nike definitely saturated the market on this shoe, so it doesn't get the love that it probably deserves. And they do that with a lot of shoes. They just try to maximize profits, and sometimes when you have nostalgic product and you saturate the market with just garbage, it's not the best idea. But anyway, I don't think these ones dropped stateside yet. They are going to be dropping soon though. That's why I scooped them from StockX. I got them for less than retail on StockX. So happy that I was able to scoop them up for under retail for the OG colorway. This is the very first colorway to ever release of this shoe. That's why this video is a happy unboxing. I got some happy juice right here with some House Baratheon. I got some OG vibes that I'm really happy to get back in my collection. I got a pair of the SBs right here in the black colorway, which honestly was my favorite out of the 3 colorways. I know the Canaries super hyped up, but honestly this is the one that I wanted. Just because I like the black and the silver and the blue. It just looks super, super sick. More true to the Tiffany theme anyway. And then you can't be mad about these with the PG and the glowing logos with the LED lights on those. Super dope in my opinion as well. So leave a comment, let me know, what are you guys waiting for Christmas? Are you guys getting a pair of sneakers for the wife, from the girlfriends, from the family, for yourself? I mean, I get them for myself if that counts at all. But yeah, leave a comment, let me know. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new to the channel. Notification bell to be notified of when the videos finally go live. That is what we have today. Have a great rest of the day. We'll catch you guys for some more videos very soon. Peace, guys.